Welcome to a Sunday. There's been little changes on this bench. I got from a Christmas gift from my CFO at work, and it is a Logitech blue let me show you a picture of it. And I'll flip over to the website. One of these things. So I am now not having the thing on my ear anymore at the moment. Hey, the face cam's not on this one. There it is. So there's no ear. See? No, nothing. We'll test this out. It seems the recording is pretty good. Even though it's a little far away from where I would expect it to be. It has a mute button on the front. That's that thing right there. And that little thing with a red dot. And the volume control. Because actually, this thing has a sound system in it. I currently have my speakers plugged into it. I might not need my little sound hub anymore. We'll have to see. So, it's kind of cool. It's powered by USB 2. Kind of wish it was a USB-C port, but I guess this is old school still. So, with that in mind, let me go back here. So I finished this. So that's what it looks like. So on the left, it's not on at the moment, but on the left will be your Prusa panel. And on the right is your Octodash. Now I have a picture of the Octodash in action. So if we just scroll down here into the pictures, that's what it looks like. The screen. It's touchscreen, so you can and it works really well. Underneath this thing is a Raspberry Pi. So we can see by this screen right here, you can see both of them are actually on. Just not a very small shot of it. And out the back, so on the left side of this thing, down here, sorry if the photo keeps moving, right where the table is, there's the slot for the SD card. And on this side, if you use a pair of tweezers on the right side, you can reach the Raspberry Pi's port for the OS. Although I don't see myself ever changing that unless I corrupt the SD card or something like that. So out the back, we have, there's a piece in here for, you can see there, the little round circle. So inside of it, on left and right sides, half circles, and so you can actually get cables in from either side. In my case, I just need it from the Pi side. So we have the camera cable, which is one with the label on it. We have an extension cable, that's the clear one. We have another USB cable going to the printer itself. And then we have a network cable. It's kind of hard to tell them apart. I have one of those ultra thin network cables in there. And it's plugged into the network. Now, when I was putting this together, I ran into an issue. Let me flip over to the desk. So I had bought this, which is just full of these things. Okay? Now, this little square nut here, if I can pick it up, this one, I thought this would work. Like there's little slots in the edge of the plastic here where you plug in these things. Except, if we bring out our mighty calipers here, if you look, it's 2.3 millimeters, almost 2.4. Doesn't fit. Nothing fit. So this whole bin was kind of a waste of time. So I went and rechecked the, this is a nut from the spare parts bag for the Prusa. 1.65 millimeters. Wow. Yet they're both are listed as DN something something something. It's like a part number for these type of square. This is the metric version. If it's imperial, it's something like something 308 or something like that, which is a different thread in them. So since all these parts on this Prusa is metric, I had to go to Aliexpress. So in Aliexpress I went, and let me just find the appropriate mail bags. Ooh. Yes. So in a mail call Segway here, 150 pieces right here in this bag. I bought from 2 different suppliers just in case they didn't get it right. So this one here, this supplier, is this bag here. So you can see all these things. All M3s. But, did I take one out of the bag? Not yet. So we take one out of this bag here. So remember, Prusa was 1.65. And these ones here should be, the bag said 1.7. So roughly 1.75 or so. No problem. They fit properly. Some of them were a little tight fit. I had to push in with a pair of pliers or a pointy device or something like that. But, oops, I think I just mixed 2 of them up. Let's see. Yeah, so this one goes back in here. So I have plenty of spares now for doing more projects if I want to change things. So if you have to get, this took a while to find, by the way. I had to read the spec sheets a lot on Aliexpress, and some of the makers of this thing called this, thickness, which is I would think. Believe it or not, this is length. This is width, and this is height, going in this direction. So someone will just list them as height, and you'd have to watch out too, because you say I want 1.6 millimeters. Sure enough, they're there, but they're 2.5 for bolts. This is an M3, not an M2.5. So as soon as you went to M3, sorry. The overall thickness changed slightly, like 0.1 millimeters, basically. So, and I'll just put this in here so I don't lose it. But I got it all put together. Now, the second part I worked on, which was another project, here, let me bring the picture up, was this. So this is to roll the spools. I used to have the cross T-bar up there to hold the 2 spools. But instead I wanted to do this. Well, I ran into some issues doing this. So when I printed out the parts for this, and I'm going to switch back to the desktop, this part was fine, right? No problem at all, right? What was the problem, though, that's a little on the thick side. 22 millimeters. And I'm going, what the heck? And then when I printed out the little washers, like here, okay, 2 millimeters. And I printed out the little posts for the one side, 21 millimeters. Right, and let me just get you a little more light. Oops, not that. Okay. So I went to my very, very basic knowledge of Tinkercad and learned a few more things, and finally came up with this one, which is 9.5 millimeters now. Right? Now, just a sec. I'll go get a spool. I sure like this no headset thing. So, on a spool, I didn't want the spool to be so much like this. Too big. So I managed to edit it and change it. and I thought I was done. Then came the part where I had to put the bearings in, and I ran out, so I bought some more, and this is this bag. So, nothing in there. Yeah, it's funny on the camera, it looks like a black hole. So, these are the bearings. And I get this one out. Same company I bought the last set, but I didn't realize I'd use so many bearings up. So this is what they look like so. They come in different colors, I just happen to buy red. So the idea here is that this gets this, like so. This would go through here, like so. And then this washer here, except one problem. You put this all together, do you see the washer anymore? Hardly not. You put this on here, and this is now rubbing on this, right? Even though the length is correct. So, okay, I said to myself, that's no good. I went and worked on the washers. I doubled them. So, let's put this back in and double the washer. But you can guess I guess what would happen is now that it sticks out a little bit, you can see it right there, and I put it on here, we're 2 millimeters out over there. So then I was back to the drawing board again, and I lengthened them. So this one now is 2 millimeters longer, like so. And when we put them in here, like, and if I'm putting that one, yeah, this way, the holes match. And so, just a sec, let me go get a tool, because I don't have it there. If you're going to work on the 3D printers, have these things. They're the drivers for metric hexy things. Whoops, not this one. That's no good. We need the actual bin for the screws. All the screws themselves have come from Amazon, actually. So we need one of these, and check that I got the right one. I do. There we go. And this would go into here. Like so. Now, one thing I did do, and I better go get that and do that now. The problem with these, they're supposed to be this is one thing I didn't tune in within Tinkercad, is they're supposed to be friction fitted, but I found that the magnets weren't doing that. Sorry, I mean the bearings weren't doing that. So, see, they're very easy to get out, and I didn't want the wheels shifting. So, Mr. Gorilla here, I did a little. And for some reason, it's very hard to get my... I think I might have to get another Gorilla container. Like so. So that when I put the magnet in, like so, I crazy glued them in. Like so. Then I put it in. Now I can put this on. Like so. That's one. And we can do another one here. Like so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to get another container of Gorilla. And then make sure I get the right one of these. And a big thick washer like so. At least that's friction. And this one goes down here like so. And we need one more of these guys. Like so. There you go. So this will hook on. I might have actually got them backwards. Well, at least the screw part's easy. I think it goes on this way. Or is it this way? I think the curve. Yeah, okay, so I'll have to change it over. But that's the idea. Now I have 2 more to put on, but they go on a longer shaft like this. So effectively there's 2 bearings. There's 2 wheels. One on this side and one on this side of one of those fittings. So think of this like so, and then there's another wheel on this side. That's the middle bar. And you can actually string multiples of these together. So if you look at the... You can see they're sticking out right now over there. So the idea is you stick them on. There's a cap thing that you put on onto here. There's a screw hole on the top right there. So let's put this over here. So that project's kind of half done for the thing. I haven't put on the new extruder yet though. Apparently in the firmware, the thing that does the new temperature calibration thing from the newest firmware, they haven't well tested it with the Evo thing, and I think it has to do with the type of temperature sensor that's in the unit. Yes, I can actually just simply turn off the whole system and not use it and still print just fine. It'll just go back to previous way of doing it. I'm just waiting for them in GitHub to have a fix for it. I'm just going to put this up here. And all these guys, I'll just put them back on the table over here. And my very expensive cheap calipers. Well, they're actually not cheap. They cost me about $50, I think, for those calipers. So those were. So again, I might end up putting this thing on. I should put it on since I'm still on the old head. I will get around to it. So we do have some stuff from Ali. That. And this. Now you're wondering why, so I thought I had bought the right ones last time, and these are the ordinary ones that you would get, the usual ones. These are really long. One of these guys is like, I think 11, 12, no, 12, 13, one's 19. The idea for these things is they go on a 0, and it can go on the back of the Perusa's control board, and this is where you can plug a 0 in there to have Octopi running from the main board. But you need one of these guys, and apparently there's a kit that you get from Perusa, and they put the wrong ones of these things in the kit. So these will all go in my pin bag in a bit. What else we got here? So, I was worried that the Pinoromi display was not going to work properly. So I was having so many issues getting it activated. I had gotten another one. There's at least 4 different ones you can use for that thing. So this is the wave share version of a screen. But it uses the ribbon cable. Now, where did I put one of those? Did I put it under here? Nope. Did I put it over there? Nope. I'm missing one. Ouch. So this was the Libre thing, but you notice on the Libre there's no ribbon connector for a display like the Raspberry Pis have. Okay, so I have a Raspberry Pi up here, right here, and you can see on this one there's the ribbon cable for it. Right, this particular Pi is just rigged with a special hat to hold a really big hard drive. And then this guy here is a multi-USB network port. Effectively, I was going to use this as a new router. Yeah, 2 network ports, lots of storage, Raspberry Pi. It's easy to do. It's just a Linux with 2 heads. So I was worried that I would run into issue with after all the problems I had with this on the Pi. So just in case. Because I knew I already run the Pi on the even bigger display than this one. So we have this. Wow. And technically, this on a Raspberry Pi, you would do this. So it fits on the back. I believe goes like this. Yeah, like that. And then you would hook the ribbon cable like this to this. And then it would have been like that in the thing. Like, you know, like that. This is also touchscreen and everything, so... And there's the short little ribbon cable you need. Oh, and that's interesting. They supply 2 of them in here. I guess an extra one just in case. I think that's an accident. Those Chinese suppliers don't usually supply extra parts. So I'm just going to put this back in the bag. Now, I haven't given up on this thing yet. What I might do is use this for the Ender printer. Now, right now on the Ender, I have a smaller screen, just the size of the Raspberry Pi itself. So I might use this and find a model to print this out on, and make a shelf for all this, and use it on the Ender. Wow. Maybe I shouldn't put the bend over that way. There we go. So then I have this bag, and I don't remember what's in it actually. Oh, right. There's one more thing I'm going to be doing to this. Let me find the picture of it. Let me find, I thought I saw it on Prusa MK Enderscope. So let me get the website. This is the side one where it goes down the side like this, but that's not the only way to do it. I think this one here. Yeah, so this one here goes from the rear. It clips to this bundle up here. You can see the bundle up here. Oh, go away with the fucking cookies. It goes here, and then there's a weird bracket that goes on it, and you plug the endoscope. But the first endoscope I got, and I have it, it's 3.9 millimeter barrel. Problem is, a lot of these kits are not built for 3.9 millimeter. They're built for 5.5 or 7/8 millimeter. So this one here is designed for an 8.5 millimeter scope. So I went back to the same company I got the 3.9. They're not very expensive. They're $15 or so, for $20 maybe for one of these. So this, I got two different ones. So weird. So basically, one of these guys should have a thicker shaft than the other guy. Yeah, so right here, back to desk, right here, this thing right here. So this, and if I get my calipers out, this is the 8 millimeter shaft. And normally it's, well, cute, man. It's got a USB-C in here and a USB-A in here. I don't know if you guys ever seen these new connectors like this. Is this? I think it's supposed to snap. Oh yeah, okay, like this. Like so. See this? And then what you're supposed to do is stick it on here. And now you have a USB-C version. Or, yeah, I don't know why you would do it. Back to A. But the ridges in here, you can just see them right there. If you click this over, this will fit an A. And I guess I get a few little, oh, I get like a right angle mirror and stuff like that for them. And it looks like a sheath that goes on the outer edge. So a little different than the other kit I got from them. But, so this is the 8, like so. And this one should be the 5.5 millimeter one. Yeah, so this, yeah, 5.5 millimeter. So there's some models in here that have 8 millimeters. I still haven't decided which model I'm going to use, but I saved it because if I'm going to do that, I might as well do the hot end changeover at the exact same time because I have to take the cable assembly apart anyway on the thing. So I might as well kill the two proverbial birds with one stone type idea. There we go. This can go back in here. This can go in here. This guy here. I'll just put it in a drawer over here. That one, I have two of them and I have both of them prepped. That particular one has, what do you call it? It was rigged for the Perusa, but I can flip it over to the Ender. The other one I have prepped, and it's somewhere. It's just the OS at the moment. It doesn't have anything on it. So there's a script you can use for Octo that you can, at the command line, in one shot install the Octo system. I believe that might even include the dash. I have to check, but I think I followed some instructions for tuning the dash. And then on that Panorama one, compared to the clone displays, Panorama one, why do I can't even say it? Panorama? It's the company in the UK. And PRI. Oh, not Primal, not, I can't even say the damn name. It's like, yeah, Pim or Oni. These guys. Pim Moron I. Pim Moron I. How's that? Pi Moron I. I hate when companies come up with names you can't even pronounce. But when I was tuning this thing, I ran into an issue. Getting the screen to rotate. It wasn't working quite the way I expected. I finally did it with without using the control file for the Raspberry Pi that's supposed to have the commands in it to rotate screens. Instead, I used an xrandr command to rotate the screen. But guess what? That rotates the screen, but it doesn't rotate the touch. The touch had to be done elsewhere in a xorg.conf file, basically, where you had to define the input and the orientation on the input and stuff. And when you did both of them, those both sets together, you got the right orientation. It was pretty funny because at first when I did it, of course, all the buttons were 90 degrees out. So you touch something and nothing happens. You have to move your finger, to where you think the button is, and then it works. But I got it all fixed. So those are all I have from the Aliexpress. If you're wondering, I also did the feet on my printer too. I think I just lost the. Let me find it again. Photos. So I also did the feet, and let me find the picture of that. I took a picture of it, I think. At least I thought I took a picture of it. Well, anyway, I use what they call squash ball feet. It's a round open cup, and you put one of these things in. I have no idea what the 2 dots and the 1 dot system means with squash. I am not a squash player. But they work quite well. They raised the whole printer up, as you can see in this picture right here. So just under the front of the beam and on the bars, you can't see it quite well, but there's these 2 cupped, and at the rear there's 2 cupped. So it worked out quite. I have to warn you though, the ribbon cables coming from the back control board to the Prusa side are just barely fit. First time I tried to put this on, I pulled one of the cables out of the control board. I couldn't figure out why the knob wasn't working and stuff. But the screen was on and everything. So, yeah. I had to take it apart, put the ribbon back on, and very carefully put it back on again. It was quite tedious to undo all those screws. Where you see those little notches at the top there's screws going in. There's a whole bunch of them in the back and the side and blah, 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 blah. It's annoying. So, what was it I saw on the OS land? Yeah, be aware that Windows 10, you cannot get Windows 10 licenses after the end of the month. Microsoft has discontinued them. So you'll be forced into Windows 11 if you try to buy a license. You can still get a Windows 10 install done because apparently people with Windows 7 still qualify for an install to Windows 10. And a Windows 7 will get you to Windows 11. but you cannot buy the Windows 10 license anymore. Now, I was going to go and look at, are they in here? Yes, they are. If you go to Aliexpress at the moment and you look for these particular things here, which are, these are Lolin S3 boards. These. So I already had very thin double-sided tape. It's used to repair laptops and stuff, and tablets and phones and shit, where you have to put the screen back on. So in here, ooh, I think I lost the glue on a box here. Let's see, which one is this one? Yeah, so okay, that'll work. So this is the actual, I think I'm going to have to fix that box edge there with some tape. I think the poor glue is not gluing. There we go. So this is the actual S3 from Expressive dev kit. So this guy here is the ESP30 S3 Room 1. And this guy is the ESP32 S3 Mini. I have several variants of this. So this happens to be the mini version. And this has the room version. Now, this one here, can we shed a little more light on this? Yeah, something like that. And my focus went out. Whoa, blurry, 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 blurry. Let's zoom in a little bit. There you go. Your eyesight testing is now ready. So we have a light on it, the usual buttons and stuff, and that's it on this one. But this one, we have I2C port. We have battery. This is a display. I don't think I have the cable system for this. I have to go back to Lolin about that and find out if they have a kit I can get. And this guy holds a micro SD card. Now, I don't even think I have one here. No, I don't. They're way over there. So you can actually get a lot of storage out of this thing. And I really like on the back here, although this is the same problem that the Pico has. It is numbered on the front, in very small print down here and here, just like this one. But the back side is more clear. So it tells you what all the pins are here. And they give you this to put onto it. Like so. And like so. And then what you do is you borrow the Adafruit whiteboard, circuit thingy. The reason I use this one now for doing soldering, it's got that really slick, see, really nice. So you lay that in there like that, and let us turn on the soldering machine. Whoops, where's the switch? There it is. And I have some solder here. So I was going to put a couple of these together, and then I'm going to power them up and see what happens with them. I don't think, if you look on the website here, and Mr. Photos, you can go away for a sec. Let's go to CircuitPython downloads. So this is where you get the CircuitPython download for. So S3. So there's a dev kit. Different ones. So this guy here, is that the mini? No, that's the I actually need to open a picture up on that one. Just a sec. Before I go and find that one in the catalog. Do I have the tool here? Multimedia, no. Internet, no. Office, no. Settings, no. System, no. Utilities, yeah. KMag, here we go. This is the S3 Room 1. So it's not this little guy here. It's the Room 1 version of it, which is this chip. Now the thing is, I think this has more pins pinned out than this one does. We're talking about 0 through 17, 18, and 2 more. And this one has... yeah, so there's a chunk of pins not pinned out on this one. Now that's the only thing I'm leery of. I could probably modify this particular CircuitPython pinout using this bin. I think it will match because it's a well, this is a 16R8, N16R8, and I think this one, well, it says kit N1. The problem is you have to read those little numbers on the bottom here. Sorry about that. These numbers right on the bottom of the main silver chip, right? So that 16 here. Let me give you another thingy. I'll just tie this other Chrome to it. Magnifier. So we'll bring this one on. So I will magnify this, if I can find my mouse here. So you can see expressive Room 1 on the top, but down at the very bottom line, very tiny, I can't even read it here, there's going to be these N numbers and R numbers. So one represents the RAM and one presents the storage. So I think when it says, for example, N16R8, I think 16 is the storage and R8 is the RAM. So this little mini guy, for example, has D2N8, which I believe is pretty small for storage. Well, pretty small for RAM. I think it's pretty small for storage. Let's put this one away. Let's go find the other one. Oh man, I definitely going to have to do something about the stickiness on that. So I'm pretty sure if this is the mini in here on this side, S3 Dev Kit C1N. Let me pop open this one and see what it is. So S3 Room 1, D2N8. It's not having the R on it. N8R8, N8R2, this is another one of the minis, one of these, and this one here is another one of those. For some reason I have 4 of one of them. These little guys here, these are the RISC ones. I was pretty sure I have a 16 in here. N8, N8R2, N8R8. This is the big ticket ones. This is the this one here is not the biggest one they now have. but it's pretty darn big. This is the 32. So it's got an N32R8. So it's got a lot of storage on it. And I think I tested all of them out. They all seem to be working. I haven't found any use for them yet. Well, not that I haven't found any use for them yet. I haven't had time to actually mess with them more in detail. So we're going to solder this one. I turned on the soldering pencil and she's ready to go. And the only thing I have to do is get rid of this, get rid of this lid, and I think I'll put all these pins into this bin over here, down here. All these bearings can go down in there. These cables can go down in there, and these nuts can go down there. I just lack desk space. Oh, so much lacking and so much desk space. So, yes, you need a drink of water. This is for wetting the sponge on the soldering station. Ta-da! It's just one of those laboratory water dispensing bottles. Like so. In our tinning pot. Yep, our tip is good. Ta-da! Nice and silvery. Okay, I need my little tea. Sorry. This thing. Let's flip it around. So you can do this. There we go. And I don't have my magnifier bag out, so I'll go take my glasses off for this. It would be neat if this thing had crenellations for the holes like the Pico does. Oh no! Actually, I've been looking at models on the printing site that Prusa hosts for soldering ventilation systems. There's a bunch of them out there. That's one side. It's interesting how they... oh yeah, I didn't notice this. This one's USB-C, which is really nice. I think my the original ones from Expressive are micro USB 2. Or is it mini? One size up, I think, from micro. I have to go look at the connector. No, I think it's micro, not mini. Mini is the ones on the Arduinos. Some of them, anyway. Some of them have minis, too. But I know all the latest Adafruit ones are all USB-C now. The way it was meant to be. Now, I've seen a bunch of people complaining about USB 2 micros being fragile. I've never had that problem with them. I don't know what they're blabbing about. Okay, there we go. Let's take it off. See how I mean? It's just... So there we go. So we built one, and let us actually power it up. So we need a data cable that is USB-C. So let us check in our bin of cables here. That's power. This one going off the edge here. Let's find out. Is this? Haha! We have USB-C. I can't tell if it's on. There's no light. Okay, so let me get rid of this magnifier first, so it's in the way. And we are going to go to, well, obviously that's not the right one. It's number 4. That's the problem when OBS updates. All my profiles for this is wrong. It's not Dolphin, guys. Can I have console? Console, there we go. There's Mr. Console. D-message. Attached SCSI removable disk. Expressive device. Oh, I love the serial number. Crap, that's going to be bad. If I plug 2 of these on simultaneously, you'll have a hard time pressed to decide which one is which, because the serial number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't they just put a random number in there? Dumb. I wonder if you can flash this with a new USB serial number. I would have to check that up on that. But it's TTY ACM1. So I don't know if I can put this CircuitPython on there. I can try. I mean, technically this is also an 8 meg thing. Well, let's find out what happens. I don't know if it'll be pin right, though. It might be, because this thing is numbered its pins, not completely as the same as the other board, but they go like, for example, 10, 9, 3, 8, 18, 17, 16, 15, 7, 6, 5, 4, right, on one side. And they do 1, 2, TX, RX, 42, 41, 40, 39, blah, blah, blah. That usual stuff. Was there a light on this? Yes, there is a light on here. I see it. There is an LED. So maybe we can get the Blink program working on it. Let us find and download this. Now, do I have my file manager? Just a sec. I just want to adjust my OBS a little bit. Let's go to desktop 3 so that we can actually see. And let's find the, it's below there. There we go. So we need a file manager, and we need, let's look here, and controller RPI Pico. So let's back up one. No, this is no good. Not CircuitPy. Work. Where's work? There it is. Controllers. So we need the ESP one, ESP32N1. And I don't think there's N16R8 in here. Actually, let's just check on the website of Adafruit to see if they have a link in the N16R8 back to download Python. Adafruit. So ESP32. Okay. 32 thing 88 Rover. Room 1 8 flash 2 meg PS RAM. So this is the N8R2. And then we have the Dev 8 meg flash. 8 meg flash. This one. No, this is the Feather one. Another Feather. I wonder if I could get away with a feather, because the feather, for example, has all of the stuff. 8 meg flash, 2 meg PS3, 4 meg flash. I don't think she has a 16 meg unexpected developer. I do have their board, but I don't know if he made it a 16. I think the closest board for stuff we're going to get is an 8.8. And that's not this board. So let's go back to this and go to the beginning again. So not this one, not the N8. We could try this board out actually, but this is the room 2 and this is a room 1. I'm pretty sure it's a room 1. Yeah, it's a room 1. So I believe this guy here is, oh, it's a room 1. So ESP32 room 1, this is the one we're interested in. So now if we go down here, there should be a link somewhere to using it. Header block, technical details. Where did I see that before? Okay, description, technical details. Oh, that's weird. No link to anything over here. Let's just back up a little bit here. N8R8, N8R2, N8, N8. Oh, Lolin S3. We might actually be in... Yeah, that's it. That's the one. There it is. Someone already pushed this one up. Well, a similar one up to this one. Wow, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's just duplicate this web page. Wonder if there's more Lolins in here. Duplicate. And let's go back one just to check. I'm curious if I found the Lolin here. B-Motion, BS3, BPI, Leaf C3. I've got some of these actually coming. These BPI ones. And this one too. Cool. Okay, so we're going to use this one. Even though it has 2 OTJ and UART, and the one I have doesn't have that, I'm pretty sure it's very close to the same stuff. Let's find out. We'll download. Oh, we need a folder for this. So we want in here a new folder. So Lolin ESP32S3, and our numbers are going to be Mon16R8. Mon16R8. Now I'm going to add a little more to that. Room 1, like so. Okay. Oops, and it's in the wrong place. Let's put it in. There we go. So now we have it in here. There we go. So now we need to download the bin or the UF2. I might need both files. Download, work, and let's just make this window a little bigger. And we need controllers, Lolin, one bin file, and we'll download one UF2 file too. Okay, so we got the two. Now what we're going to need is our console back here. And we're going to need, which one has one? A sample of one. Let's see. Let us see. How do we do that again? Did I make a note of this? I should have. I need the flashing command line for this. Where's my notes? This line right here. Just a sec. I need to move this over here. I made a boo-boo. Where did I make the boo-boo at? At 102. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. 1.02.00 approximately. Okay, so I'm going to have to do an edit on this video. I should have moved this screen off the other. I showed secret stuff and I'm not supposed to show that. Not that screen. Not that screen. Not that screen. Not that screen. Yes. It's this screen here. This is the ESP tool line for doing this. First of all, where is ESP tool? Okay, so I do have one here. And I need this whole line. And then we need controllers. Lolin. No, Lolin. So there's our bin file. We need this. And we need to modify it. So we are ACM1. Flash drive, flash mode, DAO, flash free, flash drive. We need to know what the file is. Did we miss a piece? Oh, we need to put the file after the thing. Okay. So we have to put this into programming mode. So reset and 0. So let's try this. Now let's try this. That one down, that one down, that one up, that one up. I think I am in the right mode now. I switched modes. Okay. MACM1. Oh, now the serial number actually has its true serial number. Command not found. Oh, duh. Home. ESP tool. I have ESP tool, yes, smucks. Oh, you want a pi on it? Okay. ESP2TOOL.pi. It's flashing. Okay. So let's unplug it. Let's go back to this side. We should be out. Okay, let's plug it back in. We have a blinky light. We have a Circuit Pi drive. Okay, I think it's number 2. Yep, 13.6 meg storage, 16 meg storage. Okay, we do have a thing. Okay, let's go over to Visual Studio Code. Go up to here and say open a folder, Circuit Pi, open. Okay, downloading new bundle. Let's see, 230129. So we have to fix the file here. Let's go to JSONs here. Oh, that's up to date, 2023-01-29. That's good. Okay. Overriding the STB. Okay, I need that modification. There's a thing I have to put in, pragma. I have to find it. There's a thing on the top. What did I have before? The Metro. Oh no. What did I use? Did I make a note of this? Did I make a note of this? Just checking right now. Do I have a note about this? Well, I'm going to have to find it again because I thought I had a note on this. Let me just root around on the website here for a sec. What we're after is Pylance. So what we need here is the problem report, and what we're after is this overriding stub thing. Oh, this is just great. How did I do? I know I did this before. How did I do this? I put a line up there that stopped it, but I don't have a controller here that I did. See, copy message and home. There we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we have to go into settings here. And we have to add a section here. Under pylons. So we need Control C. And I'm pretty sure right here. Oops. Okay, Control Z. Oops. What did we just do? I do have the overrides thing. Report shadow imports is none. Oh, I see what I'm doing. Okay, we need here. And oh, do we have to add it there? Like so. Let's save everything. Ah, problem gone. There we go. This is new, apparently. I had another way of doing it. I had a Pylance one-liner, but I like this one. I'll just have to remember this on this. Let us just actually cut and paste this whole file. Control C, and we'll add it to our ever-ending notepad of notes. Let's bring up a new one. Okay, so that fixes that. Now code still has another one. Okay, here, undefined variable. False is not defined by Pylance. Control Z. Why am I pasting in here? I thought I was pasting in there. Duh. That was weird. But we should be able to choose a board. And now we have to find this board in here. There he is. There's our board. And it says 33A and 8117. I don't think that's the correct one for this one. D message. Let's have a look. There's our Lolin board. And we need to go HID, pram, USB, TTY. Now the serial number is correct. We need the numbers. Here we are. Product strings found vendor. So 303 3817. Okay. It is in there. Unless we end up writing a new set to the thing. Lolin S3 16 they make you okay. I guess it's good. It is the right code for it. Okay. Now we need a blink program. Let's say I do save one. No, that's not a blink program. Here's a blink one. It's a Raspberry Pi one though. There's a color wheel. Let's look back on the web again. So we fixed that problem. We fixed that problem. Let's see if we can find ESP32 blink circuit Python blink. That one should work. I'll borrow the one from the Feather. The blink program itself is pretty standard. We just have to change a thing in here. Instead of board.led. I don't think we have that. Copy code. And we come over here and we Control V. This code. I don't think that is correct. We want... Why is it I can never remember this? Circuit Python... show... Yeah, there we go. So we need to go to the REPL. Let's bring this up. There it is. Okay, and we want to do import board and dir board. So there's all our pins. NeoPixel. Do we have a NeoPixel in here? I think we do. Okay. Stemma, SPA, STS, RX, Neo, Mosing, Mizo. Boot 0, button. So this is the blink program for stock blink. We want the other blink program. But just in case, I'm going to just borrow this blink program and add it to my notes. Notes, there we go. So do I have the other one here? No. Okay. So we need we need the NeoPixel one. I did this in S3 C code stuff, but I didn't do it in, I think, in here. So CircuitPython ESP32 Neon Blink. Blink on this one. Blinking a NeoPixel LED. That's just what we want. Copy code. Control V. No module named NeoPixel. That's because we don't have it in the lib file yet. Okay. Control D. Okay, so we're missing a library here. We need NeoPixel. Okay, so we need another Will-M here. And we need Control R. What was it? That first. Okay, upgrade circup. So we do have a new circup. There we go. So circup, it should be I think it's show. Okay, so we got a new bundle. So those are all our bundles. So circup install NeoPixel. Okay, they're now in there. Ta-da! We do have it. Here we go. Blink. Very bright LED. But there we go. We're blinking the light. Doing, doing, doing. So we have it installed. So we have one of the Lolin controllers doing exactly what we needed to do. Not bad. A little less work than I expected. Wow. That's pretty cool. Now the crappy thing is I have to run this through an editor because I showed you a super secret thing and I gotta fix that. Okay. But I think this is where I'll leave it at the moment because we are at 1 hour and 24 minutes. I will be back working on the printer now that I got the bearings and stuff. I'm going to fix that one other side, put the double one on, and have preparation for the other spool. But I will get back to this because this is cool. It's all working. And see what we can do with it. Now the only trick is I have to check see if it picks up the pins. I think I don't know if the pins are different between the one with the 2 USB connectors on it versus the one with the battery connector on it. I might have the other one here also with the 2 USBs. No, I don't. I don't have that one. I'm pretty sure I don't. Actually, we go over here and we need not that. let us properties show off the right Chrome here. Am I missing a... No, not that one. That one. So if we look in our index here of microcontrollers, so we have ESPs, Lily goes, wave share. There's the Lolin that I just got. I accidentally got too many of them. No. So, by the way, here's a trick for you. You go like this. This is Google Sheets. Go like that. We need to sort by column A, so you go data, sort sheet, sort range by column A. Here you go. Now the thing is sorted all. So there's all the L's. Libre, Lily, Go, Lolin. Yeah. Wave shares. Yep, so we don't have the other version of the thing that was listed in CircuitPython. We have a sister product to it. It's like almost identical, except it contains a couple of different parts. So if we go to so this board, if we search for low, this one right here. So we have our stemma slot on the outside here on this one. Ooh, that blink is really covering. And this one doesn't have the video, and it doesn't have it has a big fat NeoPixel. This one has a way tinier NeoPixel. I think it's a NeoPixel. Let's change the color to 128. Yep, it is a NeoPixel. Now it's blinking yellow. Okay, so we do have the NeoPixel, but a very tiny version of it. And we have the SD card, but we just don't have this particular exact Lolin right here. We have a slight variant of this Lolin. S3 Pro, and this is listed as just the Lolin S3. So we have the souped up version of it. Otherwise, I think everything is identical, except for the pinning on here. There's less pins. This one has more pins. I'm pretty sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 pins to the side. And this one here is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 to the side. So there's 8 less pins on this one. Sacrifice probably, I'll bet you $10 that the micro SD card, for example, and the visual display are tied specifically to certain pins. Yeah, so it says here the display is actually pins 45, 48, 47, 21, and 14 on the back. Now I don't know what the the micro SD slot is 46. I wonder if the micro SD slot is shared with the display port. I don't know. I have to check with Lolin on the cable that goes for the display port. See how it works. I saw someone, was it a Pico? They used a Pico and they made a VGA frame buffer basically, and they had a VGA cable hooked up, and they had a display. It was just kind of cool. If you go back a few years and you're old as I have, remembering old VGA cards. So I think there's our yellow. See, yellow. I'll cut it here, and I have to throw this, I guess, in an editor and fix it. So it'll be up in a little while. I don't know how long this will take, because I'm very crappy at editors. So this will be it. Have a nice evening.